Alright, first time reacting to Glow. How fast can you touch water in every Sonic game? Let's get into it. But before, subscribe. You see how easy that was? You see how easy that was? Also, like the video. Like, you see how easy? Subscribe to Spy Live. Like, come on, dog.
The hedgehog cannot swim, and in his games, there's plenty of water. So in today's video, I'll be finding out how fast you can touch water in every Sonic game. Starting off in Sonic the Hedgehog 1991, we have Green Hill Zone, which I'm pretty sure there's water, but like, obviously the background doesn't count. But it's very tricky in the 2D Sonic games. But unfortunately, all the water in this level is in the background, so we have to move on to Green Hill Zone 2. Now, I believe Green Hill Zone 2 has a... Okay, but I'm fairly certain that Green Hill Zone Act 2 has a waterfall of some sort, so we're gonna see if I actually touch it or not, because... Alright. I guess I wasn't fairly certain. Ooh, this is... I think that... Does this count as touching... I'm gonna count it as touching water. Next is Sonic the Hedgehog 2, which I hope is a little easier.
I ain't gonna lie, I played like 3 Sonic games in my lifetime. And one was GBA, I think one was on the Wii, and something else.
So in this game, we should have an easier time touching water just because, well, it's in the first level. Huh? After being abused by a couple of fish, we go down this hill, and we run into this waterfall right here, which I'm gonna count this as water as per usual. Now for Sonic the Hedgehog 3, we do start on the water, but we're not really touching it as it's a cutscene, so unfortunately we have to keep going. Now, I do understand that there's a waterfall right behind us, but technically, the only ones I'm counting are the ones that are in front of us. Like I said before, the 2D games are a little difficult to explain. Like, is this water? Oh my god, wait, this one's... Wait, we're water!
Bro said, is this water? Die.
Sonic R is a very interesting game. Now, this game I have literally never played before this year, but from my brief 5-minute encounter with this game, which is not that much, but it's something... The one thing and only thing I have to say is, why did they make the controls feel so slippery? It quite literally feels like they just...
Yeah, this might be the fastest Sonic game to touch water.
Buttered up their shoes and decided to go ice skating, but anyway, agua.
Yeah.
Next is Sonic CD, a game that I will never forget to put in a video anymore. I promise I'm never forgetting it. Now, there is one little problem with Sonic CD. My game runs at 2 times speed. Now, why? I don't know! Anywho, there is no water you can actually touch in Zone 1. Now in Zone 2, we do get this waterfall over here, which means we have touched water. Up next is Sonic Adventure, a game that has literally water in the background. This game is literally water. Now after we skip this cutscene, we get to the boss fight with Chaos Zero, and after that, we pretty much just touch water. I mean, everything is water. Chaos is water, it's raining. Can I please? Okay, there we go. I love you. We start out in the beautiful city of San Francisco where we play as Sonic he's a terrorist, okay? Look at this! Now, if you know me, I am quite puzzled every time I play City Escape, mostly due to the fact that Sonic quite literally just killed someone. Not someone, multiple people! But it's okay, once you accept that Sonic is a terrorist in this game, you'll be fine. Anyway, after becoming a national threat by destroying the city of San Francisco, there is no water in City Escape, or here, and obviously not here, we're in the desert, come on now. Anywho, once we get to the Dr. Eggman boss fight, we say, no, Eggman, we're not fighting you, we're gonna jump off and touch some water. Sonic Heroes. In this game, we have Seaside Hill to start us off, and all we have to do to touch water in this game is wait for the cutscene to...
But why bro sound like that? Bro sound like a dead robot.
Roll off, and then we jump off, because that is what you have to do in this game. Next is a beloved DS title, Sonic Rush. There ain't no water in the first level, I'll tell you that much. There's also 0 signs of water in this level as well. Unfortunately, this boss battle over here has 0 water as well. Tails is looking spiffy. Anywho, I swear to God, this level is literally called Water Palace, and if I'm not able... Okay, there we go. My favorite game of all time, Sonic Rivals 2. Now in this game, it's pretty simple to touch water. For whatever reason, they decided to beta test ChatGPT on this game. Like, the AI in this game is incredibly hard. Up next is Sonic Riders. In Metal City, there's actually no water at all, so we can just move on. Now in Splash Canyon, you actually play as Tails, which we actually have a lot of water on this map. And here is said water. Our beloved Sonic 06 is next, and yes, this is Sonic 06 this time, not Sonic P06, I promise. I love this game. So after 2 cutscenes, we are met with, This, I'm gonna try to find. Okay, there's water right there, but I don't think I can jump down there. So I'm gonna try to find the water fountain because I know there's a water fountain that's like supposed to spawn right next to me. Okay, I don't know how, but I found it. I found the water fountain, and here we go. Water. I'm on my hands and knees right now, praying that I don't get stuck on this game. Now, there's a reason why I'm on my hands and knees, and that's because of motion controls. And that's what scares me, because there's probably going to be water right next to me, and I'm not going to be able to touch it. This is exactly what I was referring to right here. Damn it! wait, no. I have an idea. Okay, I have to go slow. Stop. Jump. No! Attempt number 2, please. Yes! The love of my life, Sonic Unleashed. Now, in Windmill Island 1, this is where it gets a little tricky, because in this level, you can actually touch water after dying, but you don't actually get to see that, as you guys can see right here. I'm about to do it. This is also the same thing in Windmill Island 2, where when you die, you don't actually get to touch the water. Am I doing this to play Sonic Unleashed longer? Maybe, but are we going to question it? Absolutely not. Just don't say anything. Now, once we're in the Werehog stage, now this is where we can actually touch water. Now, after some time, we get to this part of the stage and ignore the hoodlums, and after that, we go up here and dive in the water. Up next is Sonic and the Black Knight.
I ain't gonna lie, there were a lot of Sonic games, dog. Is there more Sonic games than Mario games? Comment down below. Cause I ain't gonna lie, there's a lot of
Sonic and the Black Knight is a very linear game, so touching water in this game might be a little difficult, but here in the first stage, which is Reach Misty Lake, there is no water you can touch. In similar fashion to the first stage, the second stage also has you not touching water even though you're surrounded by it. Even trying to die didn't save me because, like, what? In the third stage, you fight Fraudulent King Arthur, which you also don't get to touch water since this game doesn't allow you to go anywhere but the stage. Now, after a couple of tutorial levels, we have Camelot Castle, which is an interesting one. And I say interesting because this level is quite literally surrounded by water. Like, are you serious? Next is the Soul Search tutorial stage, which also has water we cannot touch. Now, in this level, we meet Lady of the Lake, which is Amy Rose, and after we get on this little carousel, whatever it's called, I don't even know, I do not care. We touch some water because it starts raining. Up next, the Sonic game of all time, Sonic 4. Now, first we have Splash Hill Zone, which I swear to God, if we do not get a splash of water in this map, I'm gonna lose it. Ooh, we got a waterfall. Am I touching? I'm so indifferent about this right now. I don't know if I'm actually touching this or not. I'm just gonna keep going. Let me know in the comments down below if you guys would count this, but I'm not entirely sure. Now, after the unfortunate ending in Splash Hill Zone, we can go into Lost Labyrinth and pick the Underwater Maze Escape. And you guys might be wondering why I actually chose to keep playing, and that's just because it's really hard to tell with 2D sprites whether you're touching it or not. But in here, it was kind of, I don't know, it's kind of weird. I was not entirely sure what to do right there, so let me know what you guys would have done differently, but Sonic the Hedgehog 4 Episode 2. Now, in Sonic 4 Episode 2, you actually touch water pretty easily, thank God. Amen. Sonic Colors is the game that I have no idea how long.
Sonic Colors, yes, this is the one I play on Wii. This Echo Live.
This is gonna last. So in Tropical Resort Act 1, we should expect to touch some water, right? No. Shouldn't have to worry too much though, right? Because there's some in Act 2, right? No. Act 3? None. It's like they don't want you to touch the water. There's water everywhere in Tropical Resort. They just can't touch it. Technically, we're stepping on water right now, but we're not gonna do that. You know, I thought Sonic and the Black Knight was gonna be the issue, but I think we found the real issue here. Sonic Colors. Ignore the timer saying 12 minutes because it's been 42 minutes since I started Sonic Colors. To be fair, we are in space right now, so water is really abundant in space, I would presume. And finally, after completing the first 3 worlds in Sonic Colors, we get to Aquarium Park, which, ignore the time. Does that? I'm counting that. Up next is our baby boy Sonic Generations. Now, for whatever reason, I'm still Mario. Now, in Green Hill Zone Act 1, there is no actual water you can touch. Wow. Now, Green Hill Zone Act 2, on the other hand, we can literally go through this waterfall, enabling us to touch water. Ooh, we finally reached Sonic Lost World. I am exhausted, bro. I've been doing this all day. Good lord. We start at a Windy Hill Zone, which we could literally just scroll right here, and then we have touched some water. I don't know how this is possible, but as soon as I opened this game, my controller just gave me a splinter. I swear to God, I hate Sonic Boom every single Anywho, thankfully, we don't actually get to stay in this game for that long because of this glorifying waterfall right here. We got everyone's favorite next, Sonic Mania. Like I said before, this like 2D touching water thing is so conflicting that I might end up considering changing the ones in the original Sonic. I don't know, do not ignore the gameplay in the background. Like, let me know in the comments down below if you guys consider this touching water, because I want to. And at the same time, after seeing it in 3D, the waterfall is kind of in front of you sometimes, so it's like very conflicting. But at the very least, we have this section over here, which is completely submerged underwater. I'm actually very scared for Sonic Forces, just because I don't actually remember. Actually, no, you know what? There's probably some sewer I can find some water in. Up first is Lost Valley, which we have the sand waterfall. It's not water, it's a sand fall. Is that what they're... I don't know. Now, in this level, you can touch the water if you fall and die, but I don't really want to do that just because, like I said in Sonic Unleashed, I want to touch the water before I die. Now, in Classic Sonic's Ghost Town, we actually can go down the sewer over here and touch some water. I love sewer water! And lastly, Sonic Frontiers. And like you guys said, in Green Hill Zone Act 1 or Cyberspace 1-1, we don't actually get to touch anything. This doesn't count as grass, water, nothing. This is all fake. It's all digital. It doesn't count. Now, once we actually get out of this cutscene, we actually do get some rain, which means we have touched water. With all Sonic games being complete, we have Sonic Colors as the loser, being that we touched water the slowest in Sonic Colors at 57 minutes with 43 seconds and 28 milliseconds. Thank you guys all for watching, and see you guys next time.
Hey, W video, man. That's crazy. To think there's a lot of Sonic games, hey, man, that's crazy.